So in this episode of Girls Last Tour, we finally get to discover how the rations are made. Because as we all know that there's barely any food left in civilization and barely anywhere to live. So other than that, we were wondering where does the food come from and how it's made. Because clearly Yu and Chi has been in their travels have not really discovered a place that actually makes the food as they went by city, town by town. They never really found a place that actually had a food store or anything like that. They always have to find rations in the weirdest places, like an abandoned truck or a destroyed house. So we finally have those answers cleared up for us. And apparently all the food, well, that certain kind of ration is made in one place, which is the factory that Ishii led them to. Now before I get on to all that, I'd like to talk about Chi in this show. Chi in this show pretty much went through, she had herself a bad Monday. Pretty much. She just kept getting in the worst situations possible the whole entire episode, and it was just freaking hilarious. To the point to her fear of heights of climbing the pole, only to find out that they could just went inside the whole entire time. And in my opinion, that's very relatable to a lot of topics in humanity's worldview. For instance, imagine you've been doing this one thing for your whole entire life, this one hard way. You've been struggling doing it, but it gets done eventually. Then meanwhile, later down the road in your life, you discover there's actually a way easier way to do this. And it's been around way before you have. And people around you have been doing it, but no one just told you about it. That's the exact feeling I got with that, you know. She was trying so hard to overcome her fear of heights, but only to find out that she didn't need to do it. That all she had to do was go through the pipe and get to the factory, which was hilarious in my end. I got a little chuckle out of it. I'm not sure if any others did, but I hope you did. Because to me, it was just too relatable to me. There's been tons of times in my life where I've been doing something for the longest, the hard way, and turns out there's been this easy way the whole entire time. And I'm just like, why? So anyways, it seems like the factory was nothing but a potato ration factory. They didn't really show any other kind of sweets or ingredients for anything else but potatoes. And the ingredients were pretty simple to make the dough. Was pretty much sugar, salt, and potatoes. Because as they were seeing the potatoes, they knew how they was being made. And of course, there was a machine that she was running off of that kind of looked like it will grind up something. And then they slowly started to discover how to work the machine. So I'm kind of glad how she is there. Because if it was just you, nothing would have been done at all. Because in a way, it was like they found the potatoes, and they found the salt, and they found the sugar. They wouldn't find the salt, they wouldn't find out how to make the ingredients on how to make the rations in a way. Of course, rations in a way is made like you make cookies, you know. You have the dough, you put in the sugar, salt, and you put in the ingredients, and you stir it up, you pound it, and you bake it. That's pretty much all you do in it. So my question is, the real important question is about the factories. Does each factory only make one flavor kind of ration? And if so, I wonder how many flavors there are out there. So far we had cheese, we had chocolate, and now we have potato. So I wonder what other kind of rational factories are out there. Or probably the whole entire city they are in is a whole entire sections of factories that makes different kinds of rations. My only question is, how come only one factory only makes one kind of ration? That seems kind of too much if you ask me, but then yet again, it doesn't seem that humanity was in their right mind in the first place. And we also get to understand a little bit more about Chi and Yu's backstory. As I said before, Chi was struggling to climb the pipes to get to the factory. Yu said something that we were originally living on a high place to begin with. Why are you still scared of heights? So now we know that Chi and Yu live somewhere very high, probably somewhere where they would be kept out of danger. And plus we get to see more of the grandfather's face that they once were raised by. And as Yu was forming the dough and baking it, she was making up all the people they had met throughout the series so far. The guy that was making the map, Ishii, and of course their grandfather in the fish. So we get to see what the grandfather looks like. In a way, he looks like a normal grandpa that you've seen in a typical anime, so nothing really that special. That's just something I wanted to say and discuss if anyone hasn't noticed yet. So anyway, I'd like to know more about their grandpa. Why did they leave home? And is home destroyed? Is their grandpa dead? Was there anyone else living with them? Or anything like that? And where were they living? I like to know more about their backstory, more than just also finding out why the world is the way it is. So other than that, not much really happened in this episode. It was like, again, a relaxed episode, just really baking rations. That's pretty much all it was in this episode. There was no true deep meaning I saw in it, only some relatable stuff that she was going through, and that was her bad Monday. I know what day it was on for them, but I just know, to me, it was Chi's bad Monday. So yeah, that's all I got for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please leave a like, comment, subscribe. I'll be much obliged. This is Madcrownxox, signing out.